Oh boy. Oh, good to see you. Welcome back. What is up, everybody? You're here. You made it to the FilmStruck Film Club. It's me, Carson Higgins. I'm with my buddy Groot. And we're always doing this every week. So if you like classic films, international films, maybe like swept under the rug films that you've been just like, man, I need to see more shit, this is the spot for you. Every week we watch a movie right here in the Film Club. I pick it, I put it up on the Instagram, on Facebook, you can follow right here, and then on YouTube and all over the place, really. Everywhere. You're going to be able to find this little discussion about whatever we watch this week. And we watched something truly incredible this week. I feel like I say something like that every week, but we're literally picking from the top of the pile. I mean, it's all the best stuff, so it's not that crazy to think it was good, but I just wasn't expecting to like this movie as much as I did. It is an Italian film from 1965. It was released, I guess, in 66 in some places, so 1965, 66. But it's this Italian movie, and I had seen the title before. If you have been in this club for a while, maybe you know that a lot of the stuff we pick is on the Criterion channel. And on the Criterion channel, they have this great playlist of things called Art House Essentials. And there's a lot of stuff that you would expect to be there. But this is a title that always was sitting right there. And I just didn't know anything about it. I always was like, maybe someday. And this week I checked out the trailer and I was very interested. I was like, oh, what is this? And then I threw it on and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Antonio Pietrangeli's I Knew Her Well. And boy, oh boy, even after 2 hours, I don't know her that well. None of us do. That's kind of the cool thing about the title. It stars the beautiful and hypnotizing Stefania Sandrelli. Woo! Okay, I don't know this actress, but she's been in like 100 things. And she was in a Divorce Italian Style, which is something I have been meaning to watch as well. But yeah, she has that thing, that movie star thing. We've seen women like this before. In Viva Se Vi, she's kind of like that. In Cleo from 5 to 7, she's kind of like that. In Knights of Cabiria, it's this independent woman in Italy who is taken on the 60s by herself, damn it. Men be damned. And we meet a lot of men in this film, honestly. It seems like every scene she's in is with another guy. And what I appreciate is that we're never like judging her, right? Pietrangeli's never saying like, look at what a floozy this is, because she's not. She is absolutely not. She's getting taken advantage of quite a bit. But she is a young Italian girl from the country, I guess, or a small suburban town maybe, and she moves to Rome to become a movie star. And the Rome that we see in this film is very similar to the one that we see in La Dolce Vita. These two films, I Knew Her Well and La Dolce Vita, seem to be spiritually intertwined somehow. I feel like they're good companion pieces. You can watch La Dolce Vita for kind of a more male-centric, male-dominated story, and I Knew Her Well really deals more with this young, beautiful, independent, strong, smart, yet seemingly naive young actress. And the music that is all up in this movie is intoxicating. I just wanted the soundtrack immediately. It's just a bunch of pop music from Italy and that little chunk of time in the 60s. And it runs the gamut, right? Of like just really toe-tapping good time stuff that makes you want to kind of bob your head and dance a little bit. And then some really melancholy, beautiful ballad type songs. And just somebody send me the damn soundtrack, please, because it's so good. And every bit of photography in this film is gorgeous to look at. There is some shot compositions happening in this movie that I was just blown away by. The black and white color, there's no color, but the black and white photography of this movie is incredible. And there's this fabulous opening tracking shot on the beach where it's like this beautiful beach. It kind of looks like daytime of the last scene at La Dolce Vita. Somebody do some geography and see if it's the same spot. But we just kind of track along the beach and the ocean, and then we just start to see all the trash on the beach. There's just so much shit everywhere. And then we slowly find these bare feet and these bare legs laying on a towel. And the camera just sort of, objectifies her a little bit. And we look at her ass a little too long. And then we pan out. And it's this beautiful kind of thing. I don't even know how it's happening. But she just kind of fills the frame. And she's just tanning on the beach. And we meet this girl who all of a sudden is very interesting. She seemingly has somewhere to go. She hears on the radio what time it is, and she like scurries away holding her undone bathing suit to herself, and she like just asks some old guy to like clip it for her. And all of a sudden we're like, okay, we'll follow this girl for a little while. And Adriana, we follow her the whole time, and she's just amazing. I mean, she goes through a lot of shit to be plain about it. I mean, the film does sort of start to show us how shitty it is to be in this business, especially in Italian cinema at this time. And it just seems like quite the indictment of what that whole scene was like. She gets kind of dicked around by her agent. She gets like a made up resume where she like seemingly speaks all these languages and knows how to ride horses and stuff. And it's that classic actor thing of like, just say you could do it all. And, but yeah, I mean, she's got this acting teacher that is just so hilarious. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, but there is a short film out there. If you're familiar with Amuletto on YouTube, you could check it out right now. It's called Class, and it stars David Krumholtz and maybe me. No big deal. But the acting class that we see, and I knew her well, and the acting class that they see in Class, directed by Ash McNair and Enzo Salucci, go check it out, they're both very similar. It's laughably terrible acting class where the teacher thinks very highly of themselves. But just getting to see this world of like the hollow bullshit of the entertainment industry on full display. And she keeps just like kind of believing that she's going to get her chance and they're going to film her in the thing and put her in the thing. And it's so sad when they film her for that like newsreel thing. And I'm not going to spoil it, but when she goes to see the newsreel thing, screw it. Okay, turn this off because you need to go watch the movie, because now I'm going to get into some details. So hopefully if you're still watching, it's because you saw this awesome movie. I knew her well. But when she's all dressed up and she's all excited, she's at the movies and she's showing her friends like, look, I'm gonna be up here in a second. And they just totally like, they edit the thing to make her look ridiculous and stupid. And it just becomes like this laughing stock thing, almost like the same kind of laughing at other people that happens at like in the early stages of American Idol when like the bad people are singing and we get to just go like, ooh, get them out of here, right? It felt a little like that. So it's this like horribly cringy feeling and it just sucks. But she keeps plugging away, honestly. I mean, I really didn't see the ending coming. And I will say, I'm going to spoil it. So fucking watch the movie. I don't want to ruin this for you because this movie really is kind of like it feels like it's still semi-undiscovered. Like, yes, it's out there. Yes, Criterion Channel's got it on the essentials list. But this director is astounding. And this movie is very, very good. And it really deserves a much, much wider audience and much more appreciation, because for the star turn that Stefania Sandrelli makes, for just the complexity of the story and how we deal with this beautiful young woman and how we never truly get to know her. Every man that she meets, they if you were to ask them like, oh, you know Adriana, they'd be like, oh yeah, I know her well. And you don't. And even we don't, right? Like we as the audience, we get a chance to kind of spend a little bit more consistent time with her. And yet she still has so much mystery and so many secrets. And then by the end, when she has that beautiful drive home, it's a really great shot where we see all these different parts of Italy and she's just in her adorable little car. And then she goes home and there's that shot from above where we see her coming into the building. And then just a few minutes later, the shot's kind of mimicked from the reverse, where we look up at the sky and all of a sudden the camera's plunging to the sidewalk because she has killed herself. She's jumped off of her, fifth story apartment balcony, and she quits. And honestly, after what she went through, it's kind of one of those like, what are you doing? But it's also like, I get it. I mean, you're not really on the road that you think you're on. And there's even this other character that we meet. His name's like Bargini or something. He's this older actor who's trying to get another break, and they just totally put him on display like a dancing monkey, and he does this tap routine that practically kills him. And they have no intention of putting him in the movie. And in a weird way, it's kind of like she could become like that and not like, Sophia Loren or something. So it's tragic. It's a very tragic ending for such a alive, youthful, energetic, sexy movie. So I talked for 11 minutes. I'll leave you alone because I just was really, quite frankly, blown away. Everything about this movie caught me by delightful surprise. And I think that if you're still watching this and you haven't watched this movie yet, shit, I'm sorry it all just got spoiled for you because, I don't know. I really enjoyed kind of following the breadcrumbs. And I think you deserve a good time with a movie. And I hope you watch this. We are going to have another pick. We're going to have another one for this next week. It's coming into October, so I think we're going to watch some scary movies. Uh-oh, look out. But yeah, follow us at FilmStruck Film Club, right there. Say goodbye to Gru, and I'll say goodbye to you guys, and I'll see you soon. And God, please go enjoy and watch, and then tell other people to watch I Knew Her Well. It is so good. See ya.